Good afternoon, class. Thank you. You can sit down. All right, then, in the previous lesson, you were given an exercise on writing equations that you had to do for homework. I think there were 6 questions. Okay, after we complete that, we will look at writing equations from straight lines, and also when you are given 2 points. Okay, number 1. What is the equation of the line that has a gradient of 4 and a y-intercept of 3? Miriam?
Y equals 4x plus 3.
Y equals 4x plus 3. Number 2, any volunteers for number 2? Siegfried?
Y equals negative half x plus 2.
Good. Rita, number 3?
Y equals negative 2x.
Y equals?
Negative 2x.
Negative 2x. Anyone for number 4? Solomon?
Y equals x minus 1.
Y equals x minus 1 is correct. Next, for number 5, Ponrele.
Y equals a third x.
Y equals 1/3 x is correct. Number 6, the last one. Y equals 5x plus 6. Okay, that was a very easy exercise. Next thing is to look at, to write equations given the straight lines. Okay, I have 3 examples on the board. Example 1, you have to write the equation of this straight line. Okay, the first thing that you need to look at is to see how the line is sloping. If it slopes in this direction, that means the gradient of this line will be positive. And then if you want to, you can use rise over run to find the gradient of the line. Okay, so the gradient of the line in this case is the rise over the run, which is, the rise is 2 and the run is 4, because we have decided that the gradient of this line is positive. So the gradient is a half. Then you just read off the y-intercept from the line, because this is the point where the line cuts the y-axis. So with this, example number 1, the equation is going to be y equals a half x plus 2. All right, that's the equation of example number 1. Example number 2, Geno, does the graph have a positive or a negative gradient?
Negative gradient.
Negative gradient, okay. What is the rise, Patrick?
Three.
3 or negative 3?
3.
3. Okay, the run, Esther?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. Okay, so the gradient of the line is negative 3 on 2. The y-intercept is shown on the line. It is negative 3. So the equation is y equals negative 3 on 2x minus 3. Okay, the third one. We don't know what the y-intercept is because it's not shown, but we can work out the gradient. Okay, the first way to work out the gradient, what you can do is to find out what the rise is and what the run is. Okay, by doing that. Now, Raylene, does the line have a positive or a negative gradient? Pass the mic.
Positive.
Okay, the gradient is positive. What is the rise then? Then?
Positive 6.
Positive 6. And the run? V.
Seven.
You sure?
Sorry, 3.
3. Okay. It will be 3. So the gradient is 2. Okay, another way to work out the gradient if you are given 2 points and you don't have to find the rise and the run is to use a formula given as y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And all you have to do is, one of these points is x1, y1, and the other will be x2 and y2. It's like the first point and the second point. So to find the gradient, let's just check if it's 2. We use y2 minus y1. y2 in this case is negative 4. Okay, y1 is negative 2. So positive 2. So it's minus 4 minus, the minus sign is always in the formula. So minus 2 over x2 is 2 and x1 is 5. Okay, minus 4 minus 2 is negative 6 and 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So negative 6 on negative 3 is positive 2. So if it is difficult to find the rise over the run, you can use 2 points and use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 to find the gradient of the line. It's the difference. It's actually y2 minus y1 is actually the rise as well, because it's the difference in the y coordinates. And x2 minus x1 is actually the run. It's the difference in between the x coordinates. Okay, now we then have to find the y-intercept. If the y-intercept is not known, what you do is you have to use one of the points and the gradient to find the value for c. So the next step is then to say, okay, the equation, since the equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus c, I know m is the gradient here, so I put it in. And then I have to find the value for c, which is the y-intercept. And to do that, I have to use one of the points. Remember, coordinates always, there's one x coordinate and one y coordinate. Okay, I can either use 2, negative 4, or I can use 5, 2. I have to use one of them. And to do that, all I do is I substitute the y coordinate, I substitute for y, and the x coordinate, I substitute for x. So if I substitute 2, negative 4, I get negative 4 equals 2 times 2 plus C, negative 4 equals 4 plus C, and C is equal to negative 8, which makes sense because the line cuts the y-axis here. So the equation of the line is now y equals 2x minus 8. Clear? So that's what you do if the y-intercept is not known. Never assume what the y-intercept will be by looking at the points. You have to try and work it out if it is not clear. Is that clear? Okay. Exercise 2.7 number 2 is actually quite a long one. I think there are 2 questions. Now, I didn't do an example on horizontal lines and vertical lines because I think you can do that without me having to give you an example. So you are going to do 2, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and then question 3. Okay, I think question 2 we can do that orally, yeah. And then I'll give you question 3. Okay, Gabriel Chakumai. Equation for 2A, please.
Y equals to 4.
Y equals 4. For 2B, Agnes.
Y equals negative 2.
Y equals negative 2. Ponrile C.
Y equals positive 2.
Y equals, are you sure it's 2?
3.
Y equals 3. It's the y coordinate for horizontal axis. So y equals 3 for C. Garonamo, D.
Y equals negative 1.
Y equals negative 1. Okay, note, please listen. The line which is parallel to the x-axis and passing through 2, 3, which is letter C, is y equals 3. Okay, it's a horizontal line because the x-axis, not the y-axis. The line parallel to the x-axis is y equals 3. Passes through 2, 3. So it's letter D. It's a line parallel to the x-axis and it's passing through negative 1, y equals negative 1. Okay, Tamaku, for letter E, what's the equation of the line in letter E?
X equals 3.
X equals 3, that's better. Kyle, F?
X equals negative 1.
X equals negative 1. G? Kiapin?
X equals 1.
X equals 1 and Gabriel, letter H?
X equals negative 3.
X equals negative 3. Okay. Now your turn, you have to do exercise 2.7, number 3. What?
This line here doesn't like the rise no matter what is still positive. So if it goes down it's negative, it still becomes negative 4.
Yeah, that means if this is positive and this is negative.
The example over there you did,
Why?
it was how much coming down? Yeah, the 3 coming down.
Yeah.
You
If
got
you start, I
negative 4.
always start from that line, from this on the horizontal. If it's that way, that's positive, and then down it's negative. So that means that's negative. Negative 4 on 2. Or otherwise, this way, if I start from here, that's negative 2, positive 4. So you can do it in 2 ways. If you want to, if you're going down, that's negative 4, and going across, that's positive 2. So it's negative 4 over positive 2. Or otherwise, positive 2 and negative 4.
So when you get the positive there, it was because you just came down straight.
Yeah, which one? For 3.
Yeah, question
For number 2.
into the rise here.
Ah,
That's why.
this person started from here, where somebody gave that answer and went up. That's 3 up, and then negative 2 to the left. The best way to just think about it, if you want to be fast, as soon as you see a line sloping in that direction, make one number negative and one positive. It doesn't matter which way it will be. Say that again. Find the gradient. Mm-hmm. You can take it as positive. Okay. If you want to, you can go from here positive 4 over negative 4 because you are going to the left. So it's positive 4 over negative 4 because otherwise if you start from here it's positive 4 because from minus 4 to 0 is positive 4 and then down will be negative, so you're going to go negative 4 over positive 4.
this one. We work out this one.
That's why you have to use the formula. That's 1 minus 1 6, and that one is 0 4. Yeah, that's easy. Oh, are you looking for that one? It's minus 1 6 and 0 4.
Like this one, not that hard.
X minus 3. 3 0 3 minus 0 is 3. 6 minus 3 is 2. 3 minus 0 is 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 and 3 is 1. Okay. Plus x plus 1. It's supposed to pass through 0. Mistake. Okay, good. I will. Okay, we'll just mark the first few from A to N. Right, the first two, A is y equals 3x and B equals, or is y equals 1/3 x. Lester, your answer for letter C, please.
Y equals negative 2x.
Y equals negative 2x is correct. Kila, letter D.
Y equals negative x plus 10.
Right, negative x plus 10 is correct. Livingston, E.
Y equals 3x minus 6.
Correct. E. Sorry, letter F. Jake.
Y equals x plus 2.
X plus 2 is correct. G. Esther.
Negative x minus 4.
Y equals negative x minus 4 is correct. Letter H.
Y is 1 and 2/3 x minus 1.
Okay, y equals 1 and 2/3 x minus 1 or 5/3 x minus 1. I, Gabriel.
Y equals minus 1 and 1/3 x minus 4.
Minus 4, minus 2.
Minus 2.
Okay, y equals 4/3 minus 4/3x minus 2. Geno, J.
Y equals 5x minus 6.
5x, y equals 5x minus 6 is correct. Letter K. Daniel, sorry, Margaret.
Y equals negative 2x plus 4.
Y equals negative 2x plus 4 is correct. L, Daniel.
Y equals negative 3x plus 3.
Y equals negative 3x plus 3. Is that correct? No. The gradient is 2. Am I right? So it should be y equals 2x plus 3. Boromir, letter M.
Y equals 2 on 3x minus 8.
Y equals 2 on 3x minus 8. Letter M. Is that correct? 4 plus 2 is 6. I thought the gradient is supposed to be 6. 6. Yeah, the gradient is supposed to be 6. 4 minus negative 2 is 6. 0 minus 1 is 1. Should be 6x. Huh? Is this one the same as, is the one on the screen the same as the one you've got? Okay, so if I use m equals 4 minus negative, sorry, yeah, I'm wrong. I see my mistake. 2 on 3 is the gradient. Okay, 2 on 3 what? Boromir? 2 on 3x plus minus 8. Yes, it's correct. Letter N, Natasha?
3 on 2x plus 7.5.
3 on 2x plus 7.5. That's minus 4 on minus 6 is 2 on 3. What's the y-intercept? Is it 7.5? Okay, the gradient is 6 minus 0 over negative 1 plus 5. That's minus negative 5. I get 6 on 4. 3 on 2. Okay, so the gradient is 3 on 2. Y equals 3 on 2x plus c. If I substitute minus 5, 0, I get 0 equals 3 on 2 times minus 5 plus c. So I get 0 equals negative 15 plus 2c. Yes. Yeah, the gradient is 7.5. So the equation is y equals 3 on 2x plus 7.5. That's for letter N. Okay, for homework, you have to do letter O, P, Q, and R. 4 questions. The keyword to the pilot teacher is equations 2. Please stand. Good afternoon, class. Thank you.